30 years after the original Blade Runner, something really important is happening, and I don't want to spoil it because it works so much better if you don't spoil it. Seriously, try and avoid as much of the plot as you possibly can. Go in as blind as possible. Now, the original Blade Runner was a masterpiece in terms of production design, the world, the lighting, the shot composition. Everything about that movie visually is perfect. So when I tell you that the visuals in this film are even better, that means something. We have one of the best directors working today, Denis Villenueve, and one of the greatest cinematographers of all time, Roger Deakins, working on this. And if Roger Deakins does not win an Oscar for this, I'm going to go insane. Every shot is beautiful, it knows when to be large, when to be intimate, the production design is gorgeous. And the film uses the technological advances that we have made properly. It knows where to use practical effects, and if there is CG, they know exactly where to use it so that it's not obvious. When people talk about film evolving, usually that doesn't feel true to me, because technology has allowed people to use cheaper tricks that don't work as well. But when I see a movie like this, that tells me that film can evolve, that film can grow as a medium. And the film still feels like a true noir, it still feels like a true mystery, even more so than the first one. It's better to go in completely blind because having all these revelations come at you is just so enthralling, and it makes the film so much more engaging. And the presentation of these revelations is brilliant. It's subtle, it treats the audience with intelligence, it knows how to combine these noir elements with the science fiction. Ryan Gosling is great as this character who's cynical, who gives into this society, and is somewhat devoid of his humanity. His performance is subtle, and his arc is phenomenal. Harrison Ford gives one of the best performances of his career. He's able to give so much humanity and character to Deckard within, the 15 minutes he has in this movie. More so than he was able to do within 2 hours in the first Blade Runner. He's old and broken and regretful, but he's still unapologetic, just like what Deckard would be. And the little bits of back and forth between him and Ryan Gosling are the stuff of noir. It's just so wonderful. Robin Wright is also great in this movie as Ryan Gosling's boss. She's not the best person, but you get where she's coming from. You get what her goals are. Ana de Armas as Ryan Gosling's holographic girlfriend is wonderful. He finds a way to make you legitimately care about her, and she shows you this more human side of Ryan Gosling's character. We also get fantastic performances from the likes of Bautista, Jared Leto. Sylvia Hoeks is fantastic as the villain. The first Blade Runner had such an interesting setting, and this movie expands on that setting in a way that works. We get so many different types of environments, and they're all just so interesting visually, and they work for the story. The use of color in this film is brilliant. I just couldn't get over the gorgeous color palette of the film. Blade Runner 2049 is a masterpiece. It is an achievement in film, it is an achievement in science fiction, it is absolutely brilliant. It's when a movie like this comes out that I feel like my investment in film, like my investment in all of this stuff has paid off. You know, being the type of person who's critical of movies, it'll cause me to dislike a movie that a lot of people around me like. People will get annoyed at you for judging the movie that they enjoyed. Why can't you just watch the movie? Why do you have to analyze it like that? You know, that's the type of mentality that goes through these people's heads. And it's because my tendency to analyze film allows me to feel this absolute joy, this absolute enthrallment at a film like this. I get an experience out of this that a casual movie watcher will never have. As I said before, this movie is a masterpiece, it's an achievement in film, and it is definitely my favorite movie of 2017. Blade Runner 2049 absolutely gets an A+.